Hello everyone, this is Kay and the Collective Soul Tarot. Today we're going to do an alphabet reading. I randomly pulled the K letter and the 1977 birth year. So it is an alphabet reading for anyone that's got the K for the first initial of your first, middle, last, or nickname that you most resonate with or answer to. And the birth year is just for whoever happens to have a K name and is born in 1977. But irregardless of the birth year, if you have a K for the first initial, then this will be your reading. Okay, so we're going to get started here. We're going to be using the large tarot for what the reading's about, Intuit Oracle to give us just 3 cards of information, and the little tarot for clarification, and the tea leaves just for more information. So let's begin, Archangel Michael. Thank you so much for being here and enveloping me in your beautiful angelic wings of guidance and protection, love and truth. Thank you. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, will you please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly? Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the K names today? There's the, wow, that was the first one that came out yesterday too, I think, for the Zodiac. So yeah, today's date is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Thank you. All right, let's divide and conquer. Well, as you can see, the clock is the first one that's come out. It tells us there's perfect timing, the origins, culmination, incremental, longevity, unstoppable, stands the test of time with the past, present, and future. So through past, present, and future, it stood the test of time. It's perfect timing. The time is now. All right, what's the next one? We have birds, communication, negotiation, chatty, debate, discuss, flighty, nervous, ADHD, making contact, noisy, text or call someone. Well, that's communication. Birds are always communication. But that definitely is like, it's coming. It's coming. It's now, right? It's time for it. And then the scythe, sudden, unexpected, communication, I guess, accident, cut, release, harvest, liberate, shock somebody with unexpected communication, ripping off the band-aid, surprise, and a reckoning. Very interesting. So this could mean that it's so shocking and unexpected, sudden, that it's either going to be able to, for whatever's been said in the communication or the reconnection with somebody, is going to be able to give you that green light, you know, that green light that says, I can release the past now because I am clear. I have been informed. I feel free, liberated now. I'm liberated from the past. It's like ripping off the band-aid of the past, right? That band-aid's been there for a long time and it's been covering up a wound, like the wounded warrior, right? Been covering up the wound. It's a nice surprise and it's a reckoning. Wow, this is just kind of like the scythe cuts away whatever is no longer good for us, right? And in this case, in this pictorial, it's about cutting the grass away so the wheat can grow, which is the mainstay of our human diet. It's what gives us nutrition. It's what, since the dawn of time when we learned how to become farmers. And we grew crop back in the ancient days. So, yeah, that's just, it's good all around. I'm happy. This sounds very, very optimistic. So let's find out what the reading's going to be about. I mean, we know, but let's fill in the blanks a little. Archangel Michael, this is fantastic. Thank you. This is something that everybody, I'm sure, has been waiting for. People who want to hear from somebody, and not so much for the people who don't want to hear from somebody, and I apologize. But it is what it is, K names. You know, this is either your reading or not. Okay, that's the first card, heartbreak, right? Okay, last one, and then we're going to cut. All right, so we start off with the separation, with the broken heart, heartbreak, right? Sorrow of the past. All right, then we got the Magician, a manifestation of all our desires, manifesting healing, manifesting new love, manifesting old love. Tower, wow, okay. Scythe, that's a breaking down of what is no longer good for us, so that it's like the fire when you light up a forest to burn all the underbrush. That the reason why they do that, for two reasons. There's more, but the first two reasons is that all that underbrush is stealing nutrients from the trees that are going to be harvested for wood, that need to grow up strong and straight, right? And so the forest industry here in the United States, they go around and they do a controlled burn and burn off all those through these areas of wooded areas that are managed wooded areas for harvesting the logs when they're finally matured. And the second reason why they do that is because the fire itself, that what it produces, I don't know, the chemical, whatever happens through the heat of the fire causes the char, whatever comes from that, it will then be, taken in by the soil and make the soil even more nutritious. Yeah. Okay. So this is what that's like. It's a burning down so that the wheat can, it can grow up strong and healthy. So that the relationship, whatever had to come down, it's going to create the opportunity to build a new, stronger foundation for a relationship to build upon. We have earned success. So you've been through the fire. You have been manifesting a way out. You have all the tools and resources that you need in order for you to manifest. And this, we're talking more metaphorically and abstractly, that you're able to, now with a different mindset, a different purpose than what you had before, you're going to manifest something different than you had before, which means if you were in a relationship that broke your heart, you are getting yourself out of that kind of heartbreak and healing yourself so that your manifestation is the kind that's going to grow back and be able to manifest a new foundation that then is going to have you in calmer waters, emotional waters of life, because you've earned it. You've got all these harsh lessons right here, the 6 swords that are before you there, going into the placid water from where you're coming out of chaos and rough water, right? Emotional water. Now we've got death. Okay, so you put an end to having earned everything, your broken heart, your ability to release and manifest that, the coming down of a old way of manifesting, and through your mind, right, your thoughts and your feelings, you're able to grow a better harvest now, and you'll be feeling a lot better, a lot calmer, more sustained, more what do you call it when you are satiated? Yes, more satiated in your life, in a few areas, if not all of them, because you're putting an end to the old ways. Your old ways, the relationship that no longer serves you, your mindset. This is death and transformation, so you're transforming yourself. Princess of Pentacles. So this is like the Knight of Pentacles, but this is the feminine, obviously. So she is, this is you moving slowly towards your whatever, your future aspirations. but with a sensitivity, keeping that in mind, that it's not only one thing to move slowly towards somebody and be committed, or towards your future and be committed to it, but to do it with a well-balanced energy, the feminine energy within you. We all have both in us, but because now I'm not going to talk about people who, you know, they have a different gender than what they feel like. So I'm just talking about people who feel like you're your gender. So I'm female, so I feel like a woman, but I will behave mostly like a woman. But oftentimes I will take charge and take control, and that's me stepping into my masculine energy because it's there. I have it. People who are able to bring to balance both the feminine and masculine within them, they're very strong. They're quite capable. They're master manifestors. They are like the emperor and the empress of the tarot card deck. They have learned a lot. They've been through enough to know that if they're female, they needed to step into their masculine energy to take charge and to protect themselves, to go into that, like, I need to do something and get myself out of here, or I just need to do something to have better life experiences. I need to take charge of my life. I don't want to be codependent. I want to be independent, and so forth and so on. So we then have the Seven of Cups, which is the illusionary success. So you have all those cups up there, and we think that we have a lot of abundance and whatever, but there's a snake in this one, and another tower in that one. Could be a castle, big dragon in that one. There's the pot of gold right there. And there's, I don't know what that is, that Mother Mary or divinity or a ghost, I'm not sure. But we have to take a closer look. We may have been fantasizing a great deal that's caused us to feel inner conflict and caused us to behave in a way that just was not upright. I could say righteous, but that's just like, that's a biblical term that I'm not into, but righteous. Be more upright in the sense that you know what's the right thing to do. You know what the right thing to do is, and taking charge and moving forward in that kind of light. You've looked at your options. You have. Through all of this, you looked at your options. You want to move towards something and be a different communicator. You want to be liberated yourself with the way you talk to yourself, like the self-talk K. K names, whether you're born 1977 or not. But yeah, there's been a time when you were caught up in your illusions, even delusions for that matter. I'm sorry, I apologize. But when we think that we have so many options that we can start playing, with them, from just this state of feeling like this inner conflict is like you being conflicted inside, like, what should I do? What should I do? Well, it's easier to do this than to do that, right? So you're just going to play instead of actually commit. And you were reckless. You were reckless. You're reckless. You're possibly breaking hearts and breaking relationships that you were in because of it. Let's see more of the story. So, Archangel Michael, we have the Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. All right. You may be riding single, not being with anybody. But the time has come where you need to start communicating, and possibly communicating in a way that is going to say, hey, and the whole intention behind the communication is going to be pure and simple, in the sense that I'm upright now. I'm upright. I'm going to do things above board. You know, I'm not going to be out there to try to get what I can get. Doesn't matter whose heart I break or who I go against. It's going to be mad at me and you know, resent me and whatnot. I'm going to go forth in truth and honesty. My whole mindset has changed. It's changed. I've learned a lot through the pain and the sorrow that I've been through. And I said, okay, enough of that. I need to change. I need to change. I need to become more sensitive. I need to take things slower, not to be so hasty with the Knight of Wands in and out, and the Chariot just being recklessly moving forward and you know, doing what you want to do without consideration of how this might affect others. So yeah, and then see what else we got. We got Butterfly, a change for the better. Yep, definitely. You're in a metamorphosis. This instigates a metamorphosis, right? This death and transformation is a metamorphosis. Awesome. Harp. Great happiness comes as a result. Wow. Of this metamorphosis. Yes. And bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Talk about bread, right? The wheat. Because you're cutting away that mindset, the way you used to operate in your world, that wasn't necessarily fair or right. You're cutting all that away so that you can show up and operate from a way that says, I'm here, I'm honest, and I'm going to be transparent. So get ready, right? Get ready for a new me. Let's see, where can I put these guys? Put them over here. I need a drink of water too. Thank you. Now, let's talk about the little guys here. Intuit Tarot. Right here, see? What do we know about the Three of Swords, Archangel Michael? Looks like this one wants to come out. The Lovers. Well, it's very fitting, isn't it? What else do we know? Oh, Three of Coins. That was, I looked at that when I stuck it back in, but there it is. This one wants to come out too. Nine of Wands, test of faith. Yeah. And then the Hangman. Okay. So what I see here from these cards is that you had made a choice a long time ago, or at some point in the past, between two different lovers. Yeah. And you put somebody in a third party, and this Three of Coins could also allude to the possibility that you met them while you were working. Wherever it was that you worked, you were able to meet them. It was a test of faith. It says here, Nine of Wands is test of faith. Do you have the faith to stand up and move forward upright, you know, with your baton in there, and know that you're in the game to win, but in a way that it's a win for everybody. It's a win for everybody. That's a different perspective. This wound that you created from having your past with these two lovers choosing one and trying to make the other one a third party, it didn't work out well, obviously, with the Three of Swords, and you're wounded. This could also talk about your inner wounded child that you need to stay still for a while and start listening to them from this position, which is a perspective, saying, yeah, I haven't really considered my childhood as being something that was affecting my life now, but there's so much talk about inner wounded child that I know that there were situations in my childhood that I wished never happened, or that I know it could have been a lot better. I didn't deal with things right. They didn't deal with me correctly as far as I'm concerned, because I wouldn't deal with my child the way I was dealt with, or I'm dealing with my child the way I was dealt with, and I need to stop doing that, right? Because it's just the old wounds, the memories coming back up into your conscious mind, and you are just like, well, not in your subconscious, but your unconscious mind, where you're not aware that you're still operating from the old wounds in the subconscious mind, and that you're behaving towards your own kids in a similar manner and never really stopped long enough to think about it. Why? And maybe you have now. Maybe you have. But maybe you treat your kids a lot better than you were treated. Again, it'd be like, why would I want to treat my kids differently than I was treated? Well, because you know the way you were treated, it caused you a lot of pain. And so therefore, you can understand that that pain is still very much within you. And that's your wounded inner child, speaking and crying out to you, asking you to pay attention to him or her and love them. Tell them that they're worthy, because you're worthy. That is you, after all, in you. It's you and you. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that they're worthy. Tell them that you are sorry for having, largely ignored them, not without really realizing you were doing it, of course. Just ask for their forgiveness. That's all. You're asking yourself for forgiveness. Really, that's the only one that needs your forgiveness. So the Magician, we have the Two of Coins. Balancing act, yeah. The King of Coins, that's growing up and becoming a master manifester. The Five of Swords. And the Judgment. Cool. All right, this is you. You are an Earth Angel, K. You are Earth Angel K names, okay? This angel right here is the one that God has sent to you. You have many more. But this one's taking your hand to guide you onto your next step. Saying, trust me, have faith, trust me. You're an Earth Angel. So the Two of Coins is a balancing act. You've been trying to get yourself balanced since this. And being balanced is having all the tools that you need, okay? So you've got the Sword of Truth, the Cup of Love for yourself, the Pentacle, which is, that you have the resources you need within and without, and if not so much without, but you do have within, the resources you need to be able to be a master manifester. And then there's the Wand, the scroll, I guess. The Wand is the passion and the desire to manifest what makes you happy. This is you. You've been manifesting, becoming grounded, matured, relaxed, capable, skillful, wealthy, wealthy in every way, including finances, right? You're a hard worker. You might even have a more an illustrious career where you have a really great position if you're not the CEO or the owner of a business. But you know that you have had in the past sabotaged your ability to have all that you wanted because of the decisions that you had been making in life. You basically have been settling for less than what you always wanted. And maybe you're not settling now, but it was like, you wouldn't say, oh, I'm settling. No, nobody wants to say that about ourselves. But the fact of the matter is when we're not taking charge, standing up and taking control of our lives and making changes to be able to continue manifesting what it is that we want to experience, then yeah, we've said, oh, I'm comfortable here. This is familiar, I'm comfortable, and that is a form of settling. So the Sun is here. Yay, enlightenment. The Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Two of Wands. There's the Wheel of Fortune too. Yeah, so something was illuminated to you that then caused your whole life as you knew it to crumble. You were made to feel like you're an option. Somebody in your life made you feel like an option. And it could be that this person here, you made someone feel like an option. You then felt like an option. You understand what I'm saying? Like someone from your past, you've known for a long time. Maybe just that you've known them for a long time. They made you feel like an option because perhaps they were unfaithful to you, and you had to make a decision to leave, to walk away from that, take a different direction. So illumination is the sun. Seven of Cups is that you used to be that way. Remember, you had a choice back here. Two different lovers. One you wanted to pull into a third party. Maybe you did. But yeah, so you were being betrayed. You were, let's see, you made others feel like an option. Now you're feeling like an option with somebody you've known for a long time, that they've decided, they made a decision to be unfaithful. You've made a decision to be unfaithful back here. So it's all like a mirroring thing. It has to come down now because it was time for you to see the error of your own ways. See, this is enlightenment. You're seeing the error of your own ways. You're being enlightened about how you got where you got with who you're with. All right. Six of Swords, please. Earn success. Six of Swords. So you felt, it started off here, you felt something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, and that made you feel like you were looking elsewhere for it, and it led to meeting somebody that you put into the third party at that point. Broke hearts, right? Page of Coins, laying a new foundation. And it's that interesting that it comes after this card here. This one's foundation is buckled and dissolving, and now you want to lay a new foundation. From being materially focused and feeling left out in the cold to the Ten of Cups. That's what you want. So you're taking all your harsh lessons. You were materially focused, too much materially focused. It was more of a focus than having that great, like, completeness to you. The void filled, loving, being caring, kind, compassionate, loving, forgiving, and so forth and so on, being fair. You had more of like the world to be focused on. You were all about being in a commitment that was going to help raise you higher. In the material sense, you know, feeling like a king in your own home, maybe in your own neighborhood, community. You know, just a different kind of mindset you had a focus on, and feeling left out in the cold because, you know, things were not going your way in love, and it would be because you had this focus on not so much your heart, but just on the world itself. What could it do for you? And what can you get from it if I just do this? What can I get from it if I do this? It was more world focused, more logic, more practicality, more like it's right here. I know what's right here before me. I could touch it. That's what's real to me. And the heart business is only for my romantic lover and what I give my children. And that love I talked about in the collective reading before this is that there is love, and then there's love, and then there's wise love, and then there's enlightened love. Love for a dog, okay? Love for a pet. Then love for, you know, the people that you're most intimate with, like your family, your spouse, and your children, and friends possibly. And then there's this wise love that says, you know, I'm put my whole heart into this relationship with the one I claim to love, right? The one I love, because that's what we're here for. It's about the heart. It's about the heart. It's about the heart. We have the experiences, but we do it with that balance between our heart and our mind. And then there's the spiritual, the ascended, the enlightened love, which just says you see now that it's through our relationships operating from a balance between our heart and mind that this is what this is all about. There is no other reason for what we do in these bodies and these relationships than that. It's remembering who you are. And that's the enlightened love. So at this point here, you were at the love level where it was love, then love, and then there's the wise love. Well, now you're into the wise love. You're starting to grow and mature. You're seeing things from a wiser perspective. So you're starting to understand more. And that's where the magician comes from. And that's where this dissolving and this need to want it to be in calmer waters, emotional waters, is that you have a desire to be in that wisdom of love that says that's peace, that's loving, that's calm, that's balance, that's all giving, that's prosperous, that's abundant, that's, you know, health, that's so much. Because balance, heart and mind, right? Together, the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the sun and the moon, you know, just all these feminine and masculine energies balanced within you. Death, Queen of Swords. The World, end of a chapter. Eight of Pentacles, working towards something. The Queen of Cups. Well, that's great. Okay, guys, do I have to say this? You were with a Queen of Swords. That was the lover you chose to be with over the Queen of Cups, who is the one you put into a third party. Okay. And now you've been, you know, you put an end to your time with her, your karmic. She'd be your karmic, and the Queen of Cups is your true soulmate. Because karmic relationships are not meant to last, but true soulmates, they very much have the potential to go the distance. Whether it does or not, it depends on you. You know, both of you, how you've grown and continue to grow, even together, if not separately. Separately, but together. So you're putting a great deal of effort in changing yourself, working on your finances, and so that you can go back and reintroduce yourself to this beautiful Queen of Cups, who is, she's like the sweetheart of the deck, right? So you find her desirable and very loving, caring, nurturing, compassionate, and kind, that you may not have gotten from the Queen of Swords, who is quite cold, right? Cold and unattached or detached. Princess of Pentacles, we have strength. Strength is like the feminine too, right? Ace of Wands. Well, look at that beautiful ring. I've never noticed that before. Passionate start. That's interesting. Six of Wands. Celebration with the Six of Coins. Fairness. Knight of Coins. Yeah. There's the Knight of Coins. It's the Princess of Coins. So yeah, balance, feminine and masculine, feminine and masculine. Look, it's a woman on the card too. It's the feminine and masculine. So you found your strength from all of this. Decision to move forward in your life, not staying stuck and miserable and blah, 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 and heartbreak. And just saying, okay, well, that's my lot in life. You know, I committed to this person. I'm going to see it through. But you allowed the tower to fall, and you've ended things, and you're transforming yourself. Through this inner strength that you have of balancing the inner yin and yang, you know, the feminine, masculine, and so forth, the heart and mind. The divine says you follow your heart, we're going to be, you know, rolling out a new path for you that's always been there. It's just that we kind of veer off. We don't really realize it's there until we see it, until we do realize. And then we start feeling victorious because things are balancing between in you, but you're going to be able to start bringing balance into a commitment. But you're going to proceed slowly with sensitivity, feminine sensitivity. Okay, you're going to make sure that you're going to keep that feminine side in you alive. All right? Okay, very good. So this is all the stuff that you had done before, you know, with being, you put another in as an option to you, you know, you wouldn't commit, right? And then you were made an option, but you have had inner conflict about that, because since you were put in as an option, and your inner conflict is that you are realizing it's all about the player time mindset that you had. And if you can go a little bit further, go down to the fact that you have a child within you that needs your attention right now. You have been moving recklessly through life as a result of the wounds that you carry from back then. And you know that your karmic is suffering the same way. But she, you know, everybody deals with things differently. So she may not be, she may be too proud to show you that she is hurting. Maybe not. Maybe she does tell you that she's hurting, but she's not willing to do anything about it. But you are. And that's like, it's time for that. It's time to communicate in ways that are different, in the sense that you are going to be removing any toxicity that you sat in before, any negative behaviors and thinking, because it's our thoughts that create the behaviors, right? Our thoughts and feelings about our thoughts, which then creates another thought, that then we have another feeling. It could intensify as you keep thinking, and we all do that. We start small, possibly on something, and then you're irritated about something that happened yesterday when you're downtown, and somebody said something or did something, and then the way you feel, you get that irk in you, and then you think, well, yeah, that really ticked me off, because you're recognizing the irk you felt back then, yesterday, that then creates another even stronger irk in you. And you think about that for a second, and then next thing you know, you got a stronger irk, and it's just, it explodes, or it bubbles up, and you're much angrier than you were a few seconds ago, whichever. You're going, where did that come from? So guys, let's see. I would like to give you some with the Moon Dreaming Oracle. I want that card. Let's get a little bit of advice or insight. Archangel Michael, what can we tell arcane names, please? Sky God, the time is now to put things into action. Masculine assertiveness and boundaries. Yes, put things into action. The time is now. Isn't that interesting? Quicksilver, accept the temporary nature of everything. Fleeting, elusive, not meant to be. Yeah, so it had served its purpose for your growth, okay? Your King of Pentacles, growth. Wherever you are, right here, there you are. It served a purpose to grow you, to grow you, the wheat, okay? It's that grass that was covering you up. Life came along and cut that away from you to help you grow. That was the karmic. The karma you had to pay off is the scythe. It's like the karmic, even your karmic partner is the scythe. It was there to cut at you, not at you, but it's actually cutting all of that, because her behaviors in your way and your misery with living with her and having to put up with whatever she was like, and how you behaved towards her and you didn't like and whatever, that's all that knife. It's all that knife. It's the tool. It was a tool. That might be a better way of saying it. It was a tool that was cutting away everything that was no longer good for you. For you to rise up and see that there is a different way. There is a different way to be happy and be content and to be just solid in a relationship, even if it's just with yourself. But it was about transforming your lot in life, because the grass had to go so that you could grow, the wheat could grow and be strong and become all that you're meant to be from that seed that was put in the ground a while back. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me, but that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, accept the temporary nature of everything. The grass was temporary. It was only there to help keep the soil from blowing away in the strong winds of weather. Okay, through the winter, through the spring, through the fall, whatever. The grass was there to keep the root, the roots in the soil, to keep it from blowing away. Because if the soil blows away, the farmer has to come in and truck soil in. It's not going to be the same kind of soil. Therefore, the wheat may not be. I know a little bit about this, okay, because I'm from the flatlands, and so the wheat may not be to standards, okay. You may not, the farmer may not be able to earn, per bushel of wheat, per bushel of wheat, whatever the price of it is on the fair market at the time. He may get lower than that because his soil, his good soil, his topsoil blew away. Now, if he has grass growing on it, then he's going to be able to, remove the grass and seed at the same time. And then that nutritious soil there, that the grass would take all the nutrients. So the grass has got to go in the beginning of the growing season, okay, as soon as possible, so that it doesn't steal too much of the nutrition from the soil, because they're going to plant the seed for the wheat kernel, whatever, and you're going to get the nutrition. Okay, the wheat will. All right, now that was Education 101 on how to grow wheat. Nightmare. Let's see. Nightmare. Don't let fear rob you of your power. Feeling haunted, fearful, there's challenges and courage. So yeah, you are feeling as though, right here, this is still within you. It's about you letting that go, letting go of what no longer serves you so that you can grow strong. And this may be quite a challenge for you. Quite a challenge for you. Okay, let's get one more card. Solar eclipse. Be aware of old default behavior. There, be aware of that right there. Making someone an option, putting someone in competition. You be with somebody, you're committed, but you're going to bring someone else in. That's putting them in competition. You acting like a player, coming in quickly, leaving, and riding around recklessly, just coming in and out of people's lives. Just be aware of old default behaviors, the shadow self, your patterns, and the karma that you build as a result. Unicorn moon. Take a gentle approach. In this situation, you need gifts, calm, purity, and hope. So this is the gentle approach right here. The Princess of Pentacles, which is much like the Knight, but it's more feminine, more of a gentle, slow approach with sensitivity. Sensitivity for that gender that you hope to be with, which is the feminine, right? And yourself too. Let's not forget yourself, because we both have, like I said, the masculine and the feminine within us. So I hope that was very helpful to you. I really do. And until next month, K-Names, we'll talk to you again. Bye now.